Right now, deep inside your brain, a cluster of cells in your hypothalamus called MCH neurons are erasing memories every time you dream, and the neuroscientists who discovered them admit they have no way to switch it off. You think sleep is when your memories get safe. It isn't. Somewhere between your third and fourth dream cycle tonight, your brain will quietly delete pieces of what you learned today. Not randomly, on purpose. While you lie there believing you're saving the day's information, a switch flips deep in your hypothalamus, and your memory's filing system starts shredding files instead of storing them. You won't feel it. You won't remember what you forgot because forgetting doesn't announce itself. It just leaves an absence where a memory used to be. And by the time you wake up, you have no way of knowing what's missing. Here's what's actually happening. Your hippocampus, the brain's memory warehouse, spends the first part of the night replaying what you learned, strengthening the connections worth keeping. That's deep sleep. That's the good part. But later in the night, you cycle into REM sleep, and that's when the MCH neurons switch on. These cells reach into your hippocampus and silence its neurons directly mid-dream. Recent research caught this in real time. When MCH neurons fire, memory traces go quiet. Weak connections, half-formed memories, anything your brain judges as noise gone. It's not damage, it's deletion, dressed up as maintenance. And it's happening every single night, several times, while you're completely unconscious of the process running underneath you. The scientists who found this are strangely honest about how little control they have. They can watch MCH neurons fire in real time. They can map exactly which memories vanish and when. But they cannot selectively tell the brain which memories to protect. There's no dial, no pill that says, erase the anxiety, keep the algebra. The mechanism is blunt. It doesn't know your test is Thursday. It doesn't care that you finally memorized her name. It just prunes based on a rule your conscious mind never gets to vote on. That's the part that should unsettle you. The system responsible for curating your entire memory is running with zero input from you, every night on a schedule you don't control. And here's where it gets counterintuitive. You've been told more sleep means better memory. That's only half true, and for cramming, it might be backwards. The longer you sleep, the more REM cycles you rack up, and REM is exactly when the deletion window opens. Oversleeping the night after learning something new can mean feeding more of it into the shredder, not less. This is why some students who pull a short, disciplined sleep after intense study retain more of the specific material than those who sleep in for 9 or 10 hours. It's not about sleep quantity. It's about which phase gets protected and for how long. So here's the rule high performers exploit, the one almost nobody explains this clearly. They protect the front half of the night, not the back half. Deep slow-wave sleep, the first 90 minutes to 2 hours after you fall asleep, is when the hippocampus consolidates what matters. That window closes before the MCH neurons ever get involved. High performers structure their evening so that window is untouched. No alcohol before bed, it suppresses slow-wave sleep directly. No intense screen exposure right before lights out. It delays your drop into deep sleep and shortens that critical window. And critically, they review the exact material they want to keep right before sleeping, because the hippocampus prioritizes replaying whatever was most recently active. You're not fighting the deletion system. You're front-loading the warehouse before the shredder opens for business. Tonight, if there's something you actually need to remember, a name, a number, a concept you can't afford to lose, do your final review in the 30 minutes before you turn off the lights. Skip the nightcap. Skip the extra hour of scrolling. Get into bed with that information as the last thing your hippocampus touches. Let your first sleep cycle do its consolidation work uninterrupted. You're not just resting. You're racing a countdown clock in your own skull, and the deadline is your first REM cycle. But the MCH neurons aren't the only ones running the show while you're unconscious. There's another structure, closer to the center of your brain, deciding right now which of your fears get to survive the night, and it's even less forgiving than this one.